Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon the Dudley Boys. And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these 4 men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afonseca, and then some. Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Alabama and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Afonseca, the Wild Samoans.
Here's the battle, and it's the Wild Samoans, Afonseca, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
2 sets of brothers, 2 sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage. Bringing a new definition to the term simply rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Afonseca, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. Ooh, pinpointing the trachea. Sharp punch. Uh-oh.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. And he's leaving the ring for the moment.
And it is indeed time for Devon to get the tables.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo. And we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Afa or Sika headbutt.
Now, these are obviously 2 juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
Well, this is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them. Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
And slides back into the ring. Nasty kick.
Catches a punch.
A right to the gut. Pinpointing the leg. Afa is pressing the advantage hard now.
And the Wild Samoans aren't going to let the Dudley Boys take over in this match. Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible blast off. Whoa, what a landing. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there. The steel chair. Looks like he's opted to go with the simple but effective statement here.
Uh-oh, stop to the spine.
We know what's coming next. Locked in the accolade. This isn't even a...
And the anguish on his face continues. Tapping out isn't going to save him here. He gets back into the ring. I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a yard sale. What a headbutt. I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality. They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop. As an opponent,
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 Showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. he has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT North American Championship.
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa, as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Uh-oh. Samoan drop! Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview mirror.
These two men took part in a triple threat for the North American title back at Spring Break 5 months ago. But they essentially canceled each other out that night, and neither man left with the title. Tonight, we're going to see who the better man is, and it'll be the one who leaves with the title. Leaning on the turnbuckle here. Lands the elbow.
Now Carmelo is feeling the pressure.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Boom, what a kick. You got to imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even Paul Heyman are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely, Cole. We're talking about the man who has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 744 days. And the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who have held those titles for 422 days.
Record-breaking reigns of both singles and tag team competition. If Solo captures the North American title tonight, who knows how long he'll keep it for?
Solo Sikoa already with the strategic advantage, taking Hayes by surprise and challenging him for the North American title.
And the Street Champ needs to continue to be unpredictable if he wants that championship. He's got two sets of eyes watching his every move, so he needs to outmaneuver both Melo and Trick to succeed.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head."
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Now, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
High level of offense on display from Solo.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
Wow.
Big knee. And right between the shoulder blades.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo. Not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship. Oh, what a clothesline.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes. Oh no, now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver. And wait a second, interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Carmelo is losing his grasp for this match now.
Carmelo has to find an opening and respond.
He saw that one coming. Springboard! Went for the springboard and miss!
Oh.
Headbutt! Oh, ouch! Nasty roundhouse kick.
Solo Sikoa standing 10 toes down, ready to fight.
Oh my God, right over the top and hit hard.
Let me point out that this is brutally unfair to the A-Champ. He prepared for Wes Lee or a night off. Now he's not getting either? This is ridiculous. The advantage is clearly in the hands of Solo Sikoa, who's had something up his sleeve all night.
Well, you think Melo is regretting the attack on Wes Lee earlier tonight?
Hayes regrets nothing. Don't you dare second-guess the A-Champ, Saxton.
Great flurry of offense from Solo.
Unrelenting attacks from Solo.
He's managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
Hayes was being tested and was finally able to get some offense of his own in.
Oh, clothesline! You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy. Oh, a knee!
Lights out. Hayes is being cut down at every corner.
Carmelo has to gather the energy to turn the tables.
Hayes on the wrong side of that exchange. What a main event this has been for the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if
big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes, ripped out of the corner.
looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa dropped by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
Well, you can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Sikoa showing plenty of intensity here.
Solo's really on top of his game right now.
Big knee. And right between the shoulder blades.
Solo now going up top.
Solo does not think they...
On the top.
Samoan splash by Solo Sikoa. We might be moments away from crowning a new champ. What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown? This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Devon. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down. Until that
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship!
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers, Roman Reigns. In his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Big drop. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
What a headbutt.
Vicious.
Oof. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him. Reigns is going to look to press on the advantage.
Maybe Reigns has found a new source of aggression to battle back with.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Ooh, and he stops that offense. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest. Mental battle.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table set? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
Big powerbomb. Seth Rollins just getting dismantled.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor. And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
Into the barricade.
No! Oh, God. Took flight and landed a direct hit.
Came in like a wrecking ball. I've never seen that hit so hard before.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. Time for him to get back in the ring.
No one wants a count out here.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium live event match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist of the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear. Roman is in the zone and letting the opposition know it.
Unparalleled intensity from Roman Reigns.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman. Man.
Oh, look at the knees.
Ooh, burying knees into the body.
What a headbutt.
Vicious. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield. Finds the roll-up.
Able to reach the ropes, and he's able to last here. Rollins just a step too slow.
Roman managing to get some control back now.
Reigns isn't allowing that burst of attacks to throw him off his game.
Got them off their feet here. Big powerbomb. Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense.
What a way to get out of that one.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. But Seth
up high,
all the way down to the floor.
Did you see that? Risking
from the apron.
A bold decision to go high risk there, but it completely backfired.
Took devastating damage, and that's going to linger for the rest of this match.
Lariat! Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up.
There it is, pedigree.
Seth with a big move there. The title is within reach. Pulled back in, belly-to-belly suplex. Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
Legs caught.
Superman punch!
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. The head of the table and Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
Bombs being thrown between these Shield brothers, but only one will be left standing.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Reigns hits it!
Perfect execution by the champion. I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight. And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has pushed the Tribal Chief past his boiling point and gets sent right into the corner. Superman punch by Reigns. And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
Makes a cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new Rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's Rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy And the Bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight.
Follow through with the uppercut.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Big elbow. Oh my gosh!
An impressive sequence from Jay.
Uso is determined right now.
Only seconds away from giving their team the numbers advantage.
Oh!
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Usi, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
Oh, disturbing impact. Looking like John Henry swinging the hammer like that.
And that blow has been wavering. Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games. Oh, man! Boom!
Strong display from main event Jey Uso, but he'll be hitting the showers if he shows off too long. Targeted stomp to the arm. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Boom, nice. Elbow drop. Got flipped upside down there.
Here we go, your favorite, Cole.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Oh, spear! Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
The crowd is counting it down. Next entry will tip the scales in their team's favor. Definitely some damage dealt to him there.
Yeah, this is the hostility Jacob Fatu wanted to bring.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games. Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage.
Climbing the cage, but that makes absolutely no sense in this match. For the top. Uh-oh. Half and half suplex. Lights up.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight. Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
Shoved into the ropes and attacking the lower back.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real fan.
Will Jay end this?
Jay ready to end things. Super kick on the money.
Searching under the ring, thinking something there can give their team a boost. Just bashing them with that hammer. Numbers about to be even, but not before he brings in a little backup from the outside. And they're not going to go into this one without a little backup in their corner. What a display of strength here.
Hellacious power slam.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa.
Oh, Sami Zayn setting up something spectacular here, looking for the home run.
Sami Zayn from up top.
Soaring brainbuster top turnbuckle.
That's got to be the end right there.
What a match this has been. What a fight.
We are all glad to be witnessing such an extraordinary match tonight.
Uso, and now Jimmy Uso.
Look at Jay, his lights are off.
The countdown hurtling towards the shift to the status quo and planted them with a well-executed DDT.
Looks like setting up for a suplex.
And to finish things off. And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
And clearly stooping low.
Uso, oh man, he landed rough there. I don't care who you are, you're not the same after suffering a crash landing like that.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality. This has been an epic encounter.
These fans are sending the decibel level off the scale.
He's going up.
Top rope.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Jay can seal it here.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further.
And he's got him in his sights. Got him right at the top.
Elbow drop.
Making way toward the top.
Top rope.
Uso splash.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
One more big blow there.
And he's got cartoon birds swirling over his head right now for sure.
All these attacks to the head. He's going to end it with a straight head. This match goes on for much longer. Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes with this next
Sikoa joining Bloodline War Games.
And he avoids what was coming. Good night. I think Thomas.
We've been waiting, and now War Games is officially from the top.
Super kick, a double super kick.
And there was some force on that move. Hard to imagine there's much left in the tank.
Yeah, he's just running on fumes now.
Jey Uso with the best parts. Now he's eating them all.
And Jey Uso having a little fun with another.
He finds a counter for Jey. Oh, strong impact. Elbow drop.
Right
He breaks the hold and this match rolls on.
Uso.
Now Jimmy.
Uso splash.
The lights are...
What a spear by Reigns. Reigns got all of it.
Sammy with a big hook.
To the face.
But there's been a lot of damage to the head.
Come on, guys. What are we doing here? We got to end this thing.
Boom.
Roman for the win. Meanwhile, we have Roman Reigns. He's really throwing a
Top rope. Oh, my God. Will Jey take advantage? He might have him.
He breaks up the pin attempt.
Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Half and half suplex. Lights out.
And with every additional hit to the head, you wonder if he should stay in this fight.
He's going back to the wall. DDT delivered. And that took Reigns down.
There's two. And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa, Tomatunga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Batu, the new Bloodline.
You want to know what version of the bloodline is superior? Well, there's your answer. Solo's crew prevailed inside War Games.
These four men are true family. Each of them fought with that same bit of hunger and attitude we once saw in Roman's old crew. But now we know that Solo Sikoa